Today we learned about a time when God did something amazing to show Moses and us that God is real. God's miracle of the burning bush that wouldn't burn up was an unusual sign, and it grabbed Moses' attention. When something grabs our attention, we also usually remember it better. What is something that you remember clearly from when you were younger? Something that I can remember is all of the summer trips that I used to take with my family when I was younger. Because we had either 4 or 5 of us, we could never really afford to take a plane. So we ended up driving wherever we went. And what really sticks out in my mind is all of the interesting stops that we took along the way. Whether they were planned, like if we were to stop at somebody's famous house or a museum or another special destination like that, or if we got lost and we had to stop in a maybe not so nice area to ask for directions. Those things really stick out in my mind. Now it's your turn. I want you to take the next 3 minutes to talk about a special memory that you have from when you were younger with a family member that is sitting there with you today. It could be something that maybe happened last year, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever it is, talk about it now. Why do you think that memory is stored in your brain so clearly, while something that maybe happened yesterday or last week we end up forgetting. Scientists who study the human brain says that there is a reason some memories stay so clear to us. These memories often have a strong emotion connected to them, like feeling very loved by your friends or family. Strong emotions lock memories into our brains. Let's put that idea to the test and see how true it is. On the screen, I'm going to show you a collection of pictures. I want you to look at them for about 10 seconds. During that time, I want you to study the images and try to memorize everything that is on the page. Ready? Go. Can you remember everything that was on the screen? What I want you to do is I want you to raise your hand and I'm going to call out some numbers. I want you to raise your hand on the number of things that you can remember. Got it? How many of you remember just one thing? 2 things? 3 things? 4 things? 5? 6? 7? 8? 9? All 10 pictures. Wow, some of you did really well. Now we are going to do the same thing with another set of images. You are going to again have 10 seconds to attempt to study and memorize what all the images are. And we're going to see how many you can remember. Ready? Go. Okay, can you remember everything that was on the screen? We're going to do the same thing. So raise your hand if you remember just one thing. 2 things? 3 things? 4? 5 pictures? 6 pictures? 7? 8? 9? All 10 pictures. How did you do? Was it easier? Was it harder from one set to another? What did you notice about how many things you were able to remember from each set of images? Most people who do an experiment like this are able to remember more from the second set of images. Remember, brain scientists think that strong emotions help lock things in our memories. So, why do you think the second set of images were easier for you to remember? The pictures in the first set were pretty boring, weren't they? But the pictures on the second set showed some things that most people are afraid of. Fear is a very strong emotion that grabs our attention. And it helped the pictures stick in your memories. Just like in my example from when I was younger. I remember feeling maybe scared driving through an area that we weren't familiar with. God got Moses' attention in our Bible story today by showing Moses something pretty amazing. Now, Moses might have been a little afraid at first, and he probably felt a lot of other strong emotions while God was talking to him through the burning bush. But with that burning bush, God did a very memorable thing that helped Moses and us know that God is real and he is present with us. today, just like he was there with Moses in the Old Testament story. We'll see you next week for another object lesson.